welcome to Hyper Yoga YouTube channel. Today we will be doing the chair yoga part 2, in which one we'll be focusing on the lower body. We will do some movement and poses, yoga poses, to strengthen the muscles of your legs, strengthen the glutes, hips, and also we'll be focusing on the stretches for our legs and mobility of the joints. Ankle joints, knees joints, and hip joints. And for today's class, you will need a couple blocks. You can substitute the yoga blocks with books, and also you will need the strap. And if you don't have yoga strap, you can use just regular belt or use the hand towel. So let's get started. And we will begin finding the mountain pose. So sit somewhere in the middle of the chair. So you can move your legs side to side when you need. Have the feet, the soles of your feet down on the floor. If you have just your toes down on the floor, you might need to slide both blocks underneath of your feet to elevate the ground. So we want to have our feet hips distantly apart, or even wider than your hips. The inner feet parallel to each other, and then you have your knees over your ankles, and your knees and your hips aligned. So all the joints align in this pose, in the mountain yoga pose. And then you're sitting nice and tall, having your shoulders over your hips. You're not leaning back. Make sure that you're not leaning against the back of the chair. Lifting your chest, lifting your sternum up, and you can have your hands down on your hips, on your laps, or you can have your hands in your heart center in prayer position. Let's just do a few yoga breaths here to begin the class. So gently close your eyes if you like, or keep your gaze soft. And just bring your awareness to inside of your body. Notice sensations in your body. Do a quick scan of your body. How do you feel today? Maybe notice your heart beating, maybe notice the sounds in your abdomen. Perhaps notice your breath. And then for next couple breaths, if you like, sigh through the mouth with sound ha. Breathing in through the nose and exhale with sound ha. And then continue with another few breaths, yoga breaths, breathing through your nose, inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Breathing into your belly, expanding your abdomen on inhale. And then on exhale, sucking your belly toward the spine, exhale through the nose. And perhaps I create the intention for the class, and maybe it will be I am strong, I am focused, I am calm. So whatever you're looking in this class. And for next 3 breaths, repeat the intention. On breath in, say I am, mentally say, and on breath out, say your intention. Another couple cycles of breaths. Finish another cycle of breaths. And then blink your eyes open. You're welcome to have your hands in your heart region for next few movements, or you can rest your hands on your lap, so your choice. Next, you're going to do the movement in our toes. So lift 10 toes here, keeping the balls of your feet down on the blocks or on the floor. Notice that your pinky is also lifting. So if it's helpful to look on your toes, you can kind of lean a little forward to see if all 10 toes are coming up. Or you can also gently close your eyes here and bring your awareness to your toes so you can feel the sensations down there. You can even like send the energy and focus in the pinky toes, so you notice that coming up with every movement. Let's do another 5-10 times, depends how fast you go. Keep the balls of your feet down on the mat, on the floor. Good. And next we're going to leave the front of the feet, so coming on your heels, and then the heels lift, come on the toes and lift your heels and continue flexing your ankle joints. Continue this movement. Remember, you can bring your hands to your heart or keep them on your laps. Warming up the ankle joints. Keeping our joint healthy. Wonderful. Another couple times. Continue deep breaths here. Remember not to slouch. Sit nice and tall here. One more. And let's release. For next movement, we are going to keep our right foot down on the block or on the floor, and we are going to extend our left knee and lift your left leg as high as you can without leaning back. So you're keeping your torso perpendicular to the floor, still perpendicular to the floor. So you lift your leg as high as you can, and then start flexing and pointing your foot. Also notice if it's really easy to sit like this, you probably slide back in your chair. So make sure that you are sitting in the middle of the chair or even on the closer to the edge of the chair. Nice. Let's do a couple more movements like this. And let's really stomp your feet. Extend your left knee and flex and point your left foot. Be easy on yourself. If you hear the cracking sound in your joints, maybe start making the small range motion, lubricating the ankle joint with every movement. Good. It's okay if you have your foot really close to the ground. Engage your core, sitting tall here. So even you're working on the muscles of your lower body, of your legs, you're still working hard in your upper body to keep the nice posture here. Let's do another couple times, and let's really stomp your feet. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Great, and let's continue with the another few stretches for our legs. Take a strap and place the strap on the balls of the right foot, not on the arch of the foot. So we're adding also stretching the back of the leg in your calf, in your ankle. Hold the strap on each end with each hand, sitting tall here. Lift your leg as high as you can here without leaning back again. And also don't engage the muscles of your arms a lot here. Try to engage the muscles of your abdomen, the lower abs, and also engaging the muscle on the front of your thigh, the hip flexor. So you're working on the muscles of your legs, not so much on your arms. And noticing if your left knee falling to the side, make sure that your knee is staying over your ankle. Okay? The same here, don't bring your leg to the side. Keep it, all the joints aligned. Nice. Few breaths here. You perhaps noticing the muscles of your legs start shaking, so the muscles working really hard here. Another couple breaths, breathe through discomfort. Good, let's release. Take a strap in your right hand, and then allow your right leg, slide your right leg to the side, to the right side, And allow your left knee fall to the left here, so you can come on the pinky side of your left foot. Here you can stay like this again, pressing your chest up and holding your foot with a strap. Or you can do a more restorative variation of this pose when you have the block underneath of the heel here, underneath of your right heel or right ankle. So your choice, whatever you're looking in this practice. So maybe you're focusing just on a hip opener, not so much on the strengthening the muscles of your legs. So perhaps you like this variation better. If you're holding the strap here, if your leg is hovering over the floor, remember to engage the muscles of your core and your leg, not so much your arm. Another breath. Now we are going to bring our leg back to the center, but focus on engaging the muscles inside of your thigh, inside of your leg, this adduction muscles. So bring your leg back to the center, release the strap, and stomp your feet. Stomp your feet, release this tension. We'll do another side. I slide the block. If you're using the block, do the same. So you have your right foot on the block. Slide another block to the side if you're using the block to support your left leg. Place a strap on the balls of your left foot. And then extend your knee. Flex your foot. Sit nice and tall. Continue breathing. Maybe have your elbows on the side of your body. Relaxing the muscles of your face, relaxing the muscles of your neck. Focus on your deep breaths. Two more breaths here, almost there. Good, let's release. Take a strap in your left hand, allow your right knee fall to the side, come on the pinky side of your right foot, and engaging the muscles on the outside of your leg, this abduction muscles. Bring your leg to the side. And stay here, or rest your ankle on the block. Again, sitting tall here. You're gonna have your right hand inside of your right thigh or right knee. You kind of add in a little pressure here inside of your leg to open your hips. Another couple breaths. Engaging the muscles, engaging your core. Move your leg to the side, inside, back in the middle. You can even release the strap and do this movement without the strap, and then stomp your feet. So, stomp your feet. We don't need this strap anymore, so you can place the strap on the side, stomp your feet. And let's continue with march. So again, if you touching the ground, you don't have the blocks, but if you don't touch the ground, please slide these blocks and start marching here. Hands can be on your laps or in your heart. Again, when you're marching, notice how your joints are doing here. You still want to have all joints aligned, so keep your knee over your ankle and notice the difference compared to how you usually walk. Also keeping your knee and your ankle aligned so you don't have your feet behind of your knees. Let's do another couple times here. And next moment we are going to lift our hip and lift the knee and then switch. So now you can lean side to side. Awesome. Couple more time on each side. And next we are going to lift our knee and hip and stay here for 1 deep breath, or maybe even 2 breaths to balance in here, and then switch. You're doing good. Anytime adjust if you need. If you notice that you slide deep in your chair, make sure that you are sitting in the middle of the chair. So you really work on the muscles here. Let's release. Awesome. For next moment, we are going to do the number 4 pose, and here it depends on the mobility in your hips joints, how deep you can go to this pose, come to this pose. So if you had the surgery in the past, like hip replacement, or if you just want to be protective of your hip, you might need these blocks inside of your left foot. We will start with the right leg here. And if you add in 2 blocks, it will be deeper hip opener. If you use just 1 block, it will be very easy hip opener pose. And I will show you how to amplify this pose as well. So have the blocks inside of your left foot. Maybe have your hands inside next to your heart first. And then when you're ready, lift your right knee and bring your right knee to the chest here. And then here you can roll your ankle a few times. And reverse. And then place your pinky side of your right foot on the blocks or on the block. And perhaps stay here in this easy hip opener. If you like to come deep in this pose, you can place the ankle on top of your knee or the thigh. And here again, you're sitting tall here, resting your hands inside of your, in the middle of your shin. Notice if you're leaning to the right side, make sure that you pressing with your both hips equally. Couple breaths here. And next we're going to deepen our stretch. And next breath out, lean forward. Keeping your back flat. So maybe it's just tiny little movement, like millimeter. Not big movement, but you feel deeper stretch. With every breath in, you lengthening through your spine, like you're reaching with your crown up to the sky. With every exhale, you're folding deeper. The same here. The same here. You're having your hands on your knees, and with every breath out, you're folding forward. Inhale, maybe back up, lengthen, exhale, fold forward. Let's do 1 more breath here. Good, and then release, come back up. If you have your foot on the blocks, rest your left hand on the right knee and hold the chair, the back of the chair with your right hand, twisting to the right. Be easy on yourself, gentle twist here. If it's your first twist of the day, so maybe more in your upper body, in your, not upper body, but in your lumbar spine and upper cervical spine. Maybe look behind your back shoulder. If you have your ankle on the top of your thigh, here you can interlace your fingers over your knee and then turn your chest to the right. So the same, keeping your back, keeping your spine long here, elongated. Couple breaths. You can close your eyes even, so you can imagine the spine like a staircase, spiral staircase. And let's release, untwist, release your leg, hug your knee to the chest first. If your knee bothering you here in this pose, you can interlace your fingers behind your thigh, maybe roll your ankle again here a few times, making your ankle happy. Good, let's release. Stomp your feet if you need, and we'll do another side. Please adjust your seat, find mountain pose if you need. Here are the blocks inside of your right foot, as many blocks as you need. You can use the books. And then bring your left knee to the chest. Roll your ankle. Reverse. And then place your foot on the blocks, opening your knee to the left side, or place your ankle on the thigh. Sitting tall. Don't arch your spine. If you're noticing that you're arching your spine, press your pelvis forward, kind of tuck your tailbone under so you have your back flat, especially your lumbar spine, your low back. Few breaths here, lengthening through your spine, and the next breath out, fold forward. Remember, tiny little movement, bigger stretch. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Stay here or do this variation when you have your foot on the blocks. And last time, sink down. And then release, come up and twist. So this twist or this twist. Another breath, enjoying the twist, massaging the organs of your digestion. Let's release, untwist, hug your knee to the chest. Another time, give it a big hug, roll your ankle. Reverse. And release. Again, stomp your feet. Since we have these couple blocks here, we will do the butterfly pose next. So place the pinky side of the feet on the block, so the soles of your feet together here. The more blocks you have, you can add even like a pile of books here. Then deeper stretch will be here, deeper hip opener here. And the blocks can be close to the chair or they can be far away. You can try both. They are both good. They're just different stretches. Some of them you will feel on the inner side of your thighs, some of them on the outer side of the thighs. Sitting tall again here, resting your hands on the knees or inner thighs, and on every exhale, fold forward. Breathing in, lengthening through your spine, sending your sit bones back. Breathing out, coming on the front of your pelvis, sinking forward. And another breath here. And maybe for next few breaths, you can round your shoulders, round your back. You can rest your hands on the blocks here, or on the feet, or on the ankles. You can even massage the arches of your feet here to activate the organs of digestion, because we have a lot of pressure points on our arches of the feet that are connected to the organs, to the abdominal organs. Good, let's release, come back up. Now let's move these blocks to the side, out of our way. And next we're going to do a lunge pose. So turn to the left, having your left hip and left thigh on the chair. I need to adjust my blanket here, and then slide your right foot back, perhaps having your right hip over your right knee. Sometimes it's not available, so it's okay if you have your knee in front of the hip. But if you can, bring your foot back so you can have your hip and knee aligned here. Also, you can have your toes tucked to add the stretch in your toes, or you can untuck them. So again, listen to your body. If you cannot have your toes tucked and you need to untuck them, but it's still really intense stretch here on the front of your foot, you can just use the blanket here, roll the blanket on one side, and then place the foot on the blanket. So you have this cushion for the ankle to support the ankle, and also release the pressure from your toes. So your choice here. So you can stay like this, or you can tuck your toes under without the blanket. And then notice your hips aligned. Hips are leveled here, so the headlights of your hips facing the front of your knee, the front knee, not facing to the side. So here we go. And maybe have your hands in your heart center. You can also have them in a goddess, or you can extend them over your head. So your choice. You see, even we are focused on the lower body, we still do a lot of movement and for our upper body to strengthen and for balance and flexibility over there as well. Few breaths here. Feeling the four corners of your left foot pressing against the floor. And then bring your arms to the goddess or goal pose. So it looks like this. When you have your elbows and shoulders aligned, if it's not available and you have your elbows a little lower, it's okay. Don't lift your shoulders. We want to have our shoulders away from ears. And then next breath out, bring the palms together, maybe elbows together as well. Again, listen to your body. Don't go farther than it feels good in your body. And then open, maybe squeeze your shoulder blades there. Exhale together, breath in, open, and another 3 times with your breath. Last one. And let's release. Now turn your chest back toward the back of the chair and hold each side of the hand of the back of the chair with each hand. So you're twisting here. Keep your shoulders away from ears. Couple breaths here in a twist. Good. Let's release and twist. Now hold the back of the chair with your left hand. We are going to do the side stretch. Lift your right arm up over your shoulder, and on exhale, lean toward the back of the chair. Nice side stretch. So perhaps you feel the stretch from the down from the knee up to the tips of your fingers on your right hand. Another breath. Good, let's release. And you'll do the same movement on another side. So turn around, you're facing the right side of your chair. Again, if you need this blanket, slide the blanket for your left ankle. Find alignment. Hip side, facing the right side of the chair. Hands in your heart, hands in the goddess, or hands over your head. If you're extending your arms over your head, relax your shoulders away from ears. You can even do this movement, lifting your shoulders, kind of shrinking your head inside of the shoulders, and then release them down and notice where your shoulders should be. Another breath. Arms to the goddess now. Breath out, palms together, maybe elbows together. Inhale, open. And continue another 5 times. Squeezing your shoulder blades, stretch for chest and shoulders. And the last one. And then release, hands to your heart, twist to the right. Hold the chair, the back of the chair with each hand. Shoulders away from ears. Keeping your spine long here. And twist. Rest your right hand on the chair. Lift your left arm up and lean toward the back of the chair to the right. Maybe looking up here so you can see the ceiling. You know that you're not shading your face with your arm. Feel this nice opening in your left side, creating space for your lungs. Wonderful. Let's release. Let's come back facing the front of the chair. Slide to the edge of your chair. We'll do windshield wipes moment here. So the closer you're to the edge of the chair, then better twist you'll have. Hands in your heart, maybe feet hips distant apart, maybe a little wider, and start moving your knees side to side in windshield wipes movement. I will do really small movement because my chair making loud sounds, but you can do this movement a little bigger, even coming on the pinky side of the feet and inner side of the feet. Continue. Sitting tall. Maybe one more time to each side. Let's release. Again, slide a little deeper to the chair. We'll do a few stretches for our ankles and toes. So here you can have your foot inside of the chair, or you can slide on the right side of the chair and do this stretch this way. So what we are doing, we are stretching the front of the foot here and the ankle. Let's look like this. And now tuck your toes under and press your heel back. If it's really intense stretch, just breathe to this tight place. You can also close your eyes and just send the breath to the toes or any places that you feel tightness. Good, let's release. We'll do another side again. You can slide your foot underneath of the chair, or like we did before, come on the side of the chair. So now you have the top of your foot on the chair, on the floor. Really nice stretch for the front of the foot, for the ankle. Let's release. Tuck your toes under. Stretching the toes. Make sure that all 5 toes are tucked. So make sure that the pinky also feels some love from you. Good, let's release. We'll do a few movements here in the floor. We call it sun salutations in our chair yoga. So for this moment, you again find mountain pose first. So if you notice that you need to adjust here, you sit. You might want to have your feet a little wider than your hips. So it's perhaps like shoulder distant apart. So you have space for your abdomen. Okay, inner feet facing each other. And then rest your arms on your sides. On next breath, reach with your arms over your head. On the next breath out, bring your arms to the goddess. On breath out, sink down, halfway down. You're having your back flat, and then come back up. One more time, halfway down. And then rest your hands on your knees. Slide to the forward fold. Abdomen in between your knees, in between your thighs. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, fold forward. Have your right hand on your right ankle or shin whenever you can reach here, and reach with your left arm over your head, twisting. And let's release, and then twist to another side. Beautiful. Let's release, and now arms to the side, rise back up, hands to your heart in the prayer position. 2 more of these flows. Inhale, arms over your head. Exhale to the goddess. Halfway down, back flat. And back up. Notice your elbows and shoulders align. Halfway down. Hands on your knees. Slide to the forward fold. Now you can round your back. And breathe in. Rise back up. Breathe out to the forward fold. Breathe in. Twist. Exhale. Release. And twist. And release. Scoop the air. Rise up. Hands to your heart, to the prayer position. Let's do one more. Deep breath. Exhale to the goddess. Halfway down. Back up. Hands on your knees. Slide to the forward fold. And back up. One more time. Last time to the forward fold. Nice twist. And release. And twist. And release. And then scoop the air. Rise up. Exhale. Release. Hands to your heart. And let's stay here with our hands in our heart region, pressing with the thumbs to the sternum, gently closing eyes for few breaths to reconnect back to ourselves, noticing sensations in the body, or after the practice, noticing the difference in your body, noticing the difference in sensations, feelings. Do you like this difference? Maybe no. Maybe you need to change something for next yoga practice. Perhaps reconnecting to the intention that you created in the beginning of class. Was it helpful? Another couple deep yoga breaths here. If you like, sigh through the mouth with sound hum. And then blink your eyes open. Thank you very much for joining me for yoga today. Have a lovely day. Namaste.